How's it, guys?
Hello. Wait, okay, it doesn't really matter.
Do you want to start the hello?
But okay. Hi guys, I'm MG. Welcome to the pod. And
Hi guys.
Liam.
Today I'm Liam. Every day I'm Liam.
As opposed to every other day.
Hi guys, I'm Liam. Today we are very, very privileged to have a industry icon, in my opinion, and legend and huge personality. Also someone that has inspired me and my career personally, Miss Roxanne Rock.
Hello.
Rox, welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice to hang out with you guys. Yeah.
It's honestly a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah, this is cool. Don't make me shy. Don't make me weird.
But that's all our podcast
I mean, I know I am weird, but let's not accentuate the weirdness.
Yeah, but everyone's weird though.
We're all weird in our own way.
Yeah, fair. All right. Yeah, so what's up, guys? What are we going to talk about today?
So we would like to speak to the people about growing and eating and feeding. That's kind of like the focus on the podcast. Ideally, we'd like to ask you about your growth and career growth in the industry and how it fed your soul as a human being and what you did to go from bartending events and working restaurants to corporate sales to corporate teams and ambassadors and advocacy to leading 6 different countries at one time. Could you maybe take us a little bit through the mentality behind that and what you did as a person?
Oh, I mean, measuring this in time, hey, not something that I'm really used to. I mean, how many songs has it all been? And then when I ask someone for distance and like driving anywhere, I'm always like, so how long will it take me to get there? And they're like 20 minutes. I was like, I don't know what that means. How many songs is it going to be? You know, how many kilometers needs to be broken down into songs? Yeah, I think it was interesting. I started when I was 15. Yeah. I waitressed because I needed a little bit of side money and it was really cool. Loved it. A couple of places that I worked at were really cool. I think my first waitressing gig was in Scarborough. I don't know if when last you were out that side, but back in my youth, it was a restaurant with an upstairs and a downstairs. And when I say an upstairs and a downstairs was never used for the customer. So the downstairs was the kitchen and the food and all of that jazz. And then there was a stairwell that you had to go up to go and serve the customers. There was a bar upstairs, which was cool. I mean, at least don't make the guests walk. And then, yeah, that's kind of where I started waitressing. It was called Cobs at the Cape. It was really, really weird and wonderful. I had some really strange colleagues. Like, if you had to put all of us in a room together, like, people would be like, how did this group get together? Like, make it make sense, you know? So that was pretty cool, and that started my waitressing career. And then I moved back to Somerset West what was I doing in Somerset West? Oh yes, I was going to school in Fishhook, and then I was living in Somerset West. So even from then, I loved the drive. Yeah. So I started working, obviously, because, you know, extra money. It was quite nice. Once I tasted that freedom, I was just like, yes. Yeah, and then I kind of just waitressed for a really long time. I worked at a place in Gordons Bay. Also, I think one of my nicknames came out of that place called was Tiki Tumbles, and like that's like I'm notoriously like a hazard. I've fallen down many stairs, and yeah. So like, thank goodness I could have been really rich if I'd started suing people. For my own incompetency of being able to walk properly. But anyway, and that was really cool. It was like really great. And then, yeah, I waitressed a lot, started bartending every now and again. I ended up bartending properly at a place called Buena Vista. No? Cape to Cuba. Cape to Cuba? No, not Cape to Cuba. In Kalk Bay. There was a place... Something along those kind of like naming lines. Guys, I'm really terrible with names. You should know this by now. So it was out in the Strand. You had to wear sunglasses when it got to a certain time of the day because the sun would just come in at you. And like, unless the customer stood right in front of you, you couldn't see shit. Okay? You couldn't see anything. And like, you're trying to like serve drinks and stuff like that. You have no idea what's going on. It was just pure chaos.
Wow.
It was honestly just pure chaos. Yeah, but I think somewhere along the lines, and then I also worked at Buena Vista in Stellenbosch, but somewhere in there I worked for Travis. Yeah, my timeline might be a little bit mixed, but I worked for Travis for a little bit, and then that was really cool, because I mean, I was just a waitress at the time, and then I worked with Travis, and he used to like greet me with a cocktail and like tell me that I need to like recreate it or like taste it and tell me what this is. And I was like, oh, can I just have a little toast? Please, just have some toast. I haven't had breakfast. But I learned so much. It was so cool, actually, because I mean, Travis used to practice his flaring on a trampoline in the back garden. So like, yeah, true story. And I've told him that he needs to do that one day, just on film.
That's crazy. On a trampoline
no,
is crazy.
full on a trampoline. Like, never gave himself a concussion. Like,
Wow.
like, and you know those flare buckles
Yeah.
are actually hard, hey? Yeah, it was a little bit dangerous. I tried to flare once and almost took myself out. Almost lost an eye.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
No. But yeah, it's just it was at some point I worked and then I think from that I kind of realized that I could turn this into a career, because I also went and studied as well to be a forensic psychologist. That was what my plan was going to be. Was it depressing? I was like, I want to leave. I need a little color and creativity in my life. I was like, where's me? Just packed up in the middle of class and I was like, I'm out.
Wow. Okay.
I'm out. Yeah. It was cool. It was nice. It was a good learning experience for me. I think
Wasn't
like
for you.
formal education, not for me. Not for me. I like to just learn on the go. Yeah, if you show me how to do something, I'll figure it out. And that's kind of how I learned how to bartend as well. Because before I started working for Travis, like a friend of mine said, we're short of hands, we need someone. I was like, okay, cool. And I just cleaned up behind the bartender that was there. And I was just a very expensive bar back that day. And then, once I started figuring out how to do it, like watching him, I was like, I could do this. I was like, okay, cool. And then that's how I started working for Travis. I did a lot of events with him, ended up just being part of the fold. And then, it was really great. But eventually I moved to Joburg for a little bit, came back, started waitressing, bartending again, because you can always fall back on that, right? Always great skill to have. And then, that's how I ended up working for Buena Vista and then Casa. And then at Buena Vista, that's when I started entering competitions, which was cool. But they'd never had a female bartender working for their team before.
Oh, hectic, okay.
My interview was girls can't work behind bars, and I was like, but what do you mean? And they were like, no, because they can't lift heavy things. And like me being stubborn, I was like, watch me. So I lifted up one of those old school vintage kegs, the ones with the rubber still on them. I was like carried it along and I dumped it. And I was like,
Did everybody stare at you like?
No. They were like, okay, never mind.
Sorry, we were wrong.
I was like, cool. But it was like really great. I mean, that's when I started entering competitions. I really had a great time, learned a lot from that. And then Bradley Jacobs was actually one of my brand ambassadors during this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's the reason why I was like, ooh, I could do this as well. I was like, I love this. You educate people, you inspire them. And he said something as well. He was like, we don't do this for ourselves. We do this for the future and for the generations to come. And I was like, bro. I was like, that's pretty cool. Because, I mean, you are just someone that's just going to be there to help facilitate someone else, right?
Coming in, yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And, like, every now and again when Bradley and I see each other, I was like, you've been my ambassador for 20 years. He's like, Rox, he's like, you're making me feel old. So I was like, well, whatever. I was like, we've aged so well. So that was pretty much how I started and how I got into the world of cocktails.
It's very cool. And how did you find the transitions between going from waitressing to bartending to event bartending? Were there any challenges in between?
I don't think so. No.
So it just came kind of organically and naturally to you in a way? Well,
I mean, my first bartending job was working at a beer sports bar. Like, we were short-staffed, and we had too many waiters on the floor, and like I was just like, well, I can help. It's pouring beers, and I mean, the most damn exciting thing that we did was make a springbokkie. I was in Malaysia now, and I kept trying to make everyone drink them. I was like, do you have Amarula? They were like, no, but we got Baileys. And I was like, that's not the same. I was like, you can't ruin it like that. I even did it with like a peppermint schnapsy style one once, and I was like, this is disgusting. This does not change.
The traditions of home don't change.
No. Do I know? Oh, I'm gonna say something terrible. I was like, do I know the national anthem of by heart? No, I don't. But no, because I mean, I can't.
No
We
one's
need-
judging you.
We
no
need
one's
we need a South African F1 driver. Roxy will learn. That's like,
Probably not. No, but I think even like the whole thing, and then every now and again I just stumble over a word or two, and my friends are like, "Roxanne, that's our national anthem." I was like, whatever. I was like, it's fine. I'm patriotic enough. I make people drink Springbokkies around the world.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I do my service.
Yeah.
I do my service to the country.
Yeah. Get that Amarula out there. But yeah, no, I don't think there was. I mean, as far as bartending to waitressing to eventing,
it just felt like a kind of natural flow to you. And,
I didn't know how to make a cocktail.
But that's what I'm saying. Were there challenges behind learning how to make a cocktail and
No, because Travis was a really cool boss.
and taught you very well?
Yeah.
Okay, so
He taught me how to create a drink from scratch.
the cures, everything.
Yeah, like how do you go, I need a beverage and I need it to taste nice and this is my starting ingredient. How to do all the rest.
Is that
Wow.
like a trade secret? Would you be
No,
able?
no, we've spoken about this. So it's that whole like strong, weak, sweet and sour thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The W set format. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was WSET format.
Okay.
Things you learn in the fire. I was 2 years old. I've done my WSETs though.
You have.
Yeah.
You need to remember if you've done them.
No, I've done spirits. No, I mean I've done spirits. I don't remember that, didn't it?
It was the last chapter of it, but
I mean I passed with distinction. Probably wasn't in my taste. Yeah, so it was those 4 things. And then he used to say to me, he's like, go off into the kitchen and make A, B, and C. He's like, I want a short cocktail made out of rum with something. He's like, go and develop something. This was obviously during our quieter months, yeah, which was really cool. And I learned a lot from him. And then we also did world class, and I met some really epic people. Sheepers, like, I can't even explain to you. So Bradley gave me a Charles Joly book, because you remember he won.
uh-huh.
And then the following year, we hosted it
Yes.
in South Africa. And I just so happened to have Charles Joly's book in my bag. And this man walks up to the bar to ask me for a water. And I was like, I was like, this is so cool. I was like, can you sign my book? He's like, who just carries around my book with him? And so I was like, I don't know what to say, man. So I was like, I am who I am.
I got it as a gift last week. I'm still working
Yeah,
through it.
Yeah, so that was really, really cool. And then even the bartender that I was paired with was from Czech Republic. Such a nice guy. Still sends me happy birthday messages on Instagram every now and again, like
Sick.
when he remembers. And, yeah, and I'm like, how does this man remember? And I don't know if it's like a memory that comes up. He's like, oh yeah, that one. I should see if she's okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's been really cool.
Were you competing at that whole class, or were you part of the assistant team that kind of ran the bars and the behind the scenes prep and
Yes.
okay,
Like we were sitting in a kitchen with 5 other international bartenders and all the international judges. And like I made some like tea with like lime cordial for this guy. I think his name is Waitress. Yeah? Yeah, from Czech Republic. Such a cool guy. That was the year that the Australian cut his finger. Do you remember that?
It's on YouTube, and I have seen
Yeah, that was
this.
the year.
Yes.
That was
but
the year that he cut his finger.
I don't remember him cutting. Was that when he was trying to open his bag because he lost
No.
a lock or something?
Oh no, I don't think so.
I remember there was a part where somebody lost a lock and all of his prep was locked up in his room in his hotel.
No.
And he couldn't get it out and he had to cut his bag open to get to
Oh,
his
no.
Yeah.
No, I think it was at the Makers Landing. All of the bars had been set up and it was like 20 minutes to service. And he was trying to do something and cut something, and I think he cut his finger because he was talking to someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cut it off or just
No, it was quite a deep cut. They had to super glue his finger, and then wrap it. Yeah.
I knew there was something to super glue.
Wow.
I've used that every time I've cut my
Yeah.
finger
Yeah.
behind the bar as well.
I haven't. I still have a scar on my finger from all the times that I cut lemons at Aldbridge Tavern. Yeah, because you could never fucking find a plaster.
I got a scar there. I tried to block a bottle cap, and the knife Just
Oh, no.
slipped off the lid and went straight into my...
I cut my finger the other day as well, and while cutting tomatoes, and I was like, "Oh, is this the progression of life when you're
Yeah.
prepping for yourself?"
I'm sure MG's got a lot of stories about hand
Those
things in the
damn
kitchen.
serrated knives, man.
Oh no, serrated knife cuts are the worst because it literally rips.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
It's like paper, and you're like, and then you're like, oh,
And
and
the
then you're like,
into
and then
you.
you're walking around, and you're like,
The-
no,
also the bleeding. It bleeds so much and you feel every
Yeah.
like as
Every
it goes
tooth.
through, you feel everything.
no, I have a full-on scar there. And then I cut myself again, and I was like,
I'd actually take
Accidents.
a blunt knife versus a serrated because
no, but as a chef, like surely the rule is a blunt knife causes more damage than a sharp knife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the slippage just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like even when you cut yourself with
There goes your toe.
with the sharp knife, you don't feel it.
I
Really?
believe that.
You don't. It's less painful. It's
You
a
feel it
cleaner
on the
cut.
next prep though.
Yeah. Squeeze.
Or when there's acidity or
Yeah.
lemon involved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or salt. Oh, salt burns. That's how you learn like your micro cuts. When you like squeeze a lemon or you need to season something, you're like, and you start shaking your hand like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No,
fun
it
times.
was terrible. Never find a plaster, and it used to happen many times. And now, like, then you got your hand up in the air, and you like look like you're trying to ask a question, and then customers are like, "Oh, sorry, miss, can I get a beer?" And you're like, "Can I just deal with this bleeding finger first?"
Give me 5 seconds.
I'm surprised I didn't injure myself more there, because we didn't have a milkshake machine either, but we served milkshakes
How did
Yeah.
you make the milkshakes without a blender?
with a serrated knife.
Just hectic.
Yeah.
Hectic. That's
Yeah.
pretty old school.
Wow.
And then our beer room was so small that honestly it was like mastering Tetris. So like when your beer keg ran out, you had to unplug all the beers so that you could, because the pipes were everywhere.
The pressure wouldn't stay constant.
No, just
No.
because it was in the way. It was like literally the size of a doorway, like, and then that's it.
So there wasn't any like clear path to it. There
No.
was
So you had to stack.
Yeah.
Ah.
And because that was our walk-in freezer for our beer kegs, that was it. That was the only option that we had. Yeah. It's a glorious time.
Life was a lot tougher back.
That's
you know,
how I learned
back
how
in
to
the
carry
day.
vintage kegs. Yeah. In my very, very early 20s.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it was a good time. Good time to be alive.
And your favorite part? Was
Out
it
of all of it.
waitressing, bartending, corporate? What was your like?
Well, we still need to find. I'm still learning about the trajectory from the bartending into corporate.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So the bartending. So I worked at Bascule. Bradley also worked at Bascule. Cool, hey? So Bradley worked at Bascule. And then him and another gentleman put me up for the job at Bascule. All right. And so it was, I think it was Neil from Shaker. Yeah. So they put me up for the job at Bascule, which was fantastic. Loved it. That's where I fell in love with whiskey, because Cameron was my colleague. And him and I used to, every day on shift, he'd be like, all right, pick 3 whiskeys. And then I would pick the 3 whiskeys, and then he would blind pour them for me. And then he would say to me, all right, tell me about them. What do you think about the whiskey? He's like, I don't want to know about tasting notes. He's like, I want to hear about what you think. And then he would tell me what they were afterwards. And then I would go home and learn about the whiskey. And then I would come back the next day and tell him about the brand that I'd learned.
Okay.
And at the time, I think we just lost biggest whiskey bar in the Southern Hemisphere status to some place in in Australia. Some guy was like, he decided to buy 2,000 different whiskeys, and I think we had 800, 900 different whiskeys behind our bar. Great for cleaning. Great. So great. But I was there for just shy of 2 years, because I applied for a job because I wanted to learn more about Scotland and whiskey and like just whiskies in general. So I applied for a job in Scotland. Somehow my CV landed up in the Middle East. You ask no questions, you just... Okay.
Scotland.
Things you learn is that the industry is quite small and everyone is connected. That's what you know. Okay. So my CV landed up, and I got an interview for a really cool hotel in Oman in the Middle East. It was the Grand Hyatt. And so I left Bascule, went there. It was great. I really, really enjoyed that time. Unfortunately, I got very ill, couldn't stay. And I came home. And then when I came home, I needed a job. Now, and all the time before that, I was obviously freelancing as a bartender elsewhere or as an event person elsewhere. Because, you know, as we do in this industry, we have to have like all the options constantly. Do we take rest? No. For what? For who?
You have an off day?
For what?
Go work at an event.
Yes. And one of these events that I did in all this time was a CWG. It was a wine fair event for the Baptist Basson and Craig McCormack. Okay, so they were the chefs. I used to waitress for them all the time, and I did an event with them. And my boss back then, well, the wine farm that I currently work at, actually, the winemaker was there, and he gave me a glass of wine. And he said, "Can you find this for me?" I didn't know it was his wine, so I was like, "Yeah, sure. Let me smell this glass." So I went off like a demented bumblebee looking for this glass of wine. Came back and I gave him the bottle. I was like, "Is this what you're looking for?" He's like, "Yes." He's like, "Do you want a job?" So I was like, "No, I'm very happy doing what I'm doing." But I took his business card because you network.
You never know.
You network. Okay, things that I've learned is you network. So I networked. I networked really, really hard in all the years that I've done stuff. And yeah, when I came back from the Middle East, I needed a job, so I sent him an email. I was like, "Kevin, I don't know if you remember me, but I would like to come and work for you because I know how beer is made because obviously it's all low ABV alcohol turns into spirit. So I get it, right? I just don't understand the filtering process, but that's something else. Anyway, let's not divulge into this. Okay? I was like, "I'd love to learn how wine is made." And he was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And he's like, "Just rock up on Monday." Was he in town? No. I just get there and I'm like, "Okay, well, let me look." And then, so everyone was like, "Okay, cool." And I started working there in wine. And I was there for also just under 2 years. And I started making cocktails in the back with the wine. Yeah, it was cool. It was very nice. We had a sweet wine that I made like this Earl Grey, cinnamony, like cordial with, like out of tea. And then obviously we used a little bit of lemon juice and then a little bit of soda water to make like this delicious little weird spritzer. Everyone loved it. It was cool. We used to drink it at work. And I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to go back into the world of cocktails and bartending and stuff. So I went and applied for a couple of event management roles again. All right. So first of them was at Thirst. All right. So the first one was at Thirst, and I went and did an interview there. And because I lived in Somerset West, I didn't want to drive home in the traffic. So I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to take myself on a little solo date. Romanticize your life." I drove up Bree Street just to see what was going on because I hadn't been there in years. Okay, because I used to do First Thursdays all the time. Full circle moments, big time in my life. So I drive up Bree Street, see that Shaker is open, pull in there, go and say hello to Neil. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, we can have a big fat catch up because now I've been gone from the normal Cape Town bartender industry for like 3, maybe 4 years now, okay? Yeah, it was 3 years. So cool, everyone's there because it was for the stress test.
Yeah.
It was First Thursday, I didn't know that. I forgot. Forgot about First Thursday because you block things out in your mind.
Yeah.
After 4
that are
years,
traumatic.
After 4 years, it just slips.
Yeah. So like I obviously go and I say hello to Neil and Shaker and stuff like that. I ask him. He also put me up for another job that I'd also been interviewing for as a brand ambassador / sales rep person. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of toying with that idea, plus toying with the Thirst job kind of a thing. And so I was like super gung-ho for like one of them, okay? Because I was like, oh, even if I network, really out, you know what I mean? I was like, I can freelance, I can do bartending on the side.
Consult, whatever, maybe,
yeah. You know? Anyway, and then I meet this bloke, his name is Kyle Williamson. Love this prawn until the dying days, okay? So Kyle Williamson, he walks up to me in his drunken state, he says, "Who are you?" He's like, "How do people know you?" So I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I'm just Roxanne." I was like, "Who are you?" So we start talking and he's like, "What do you want to do with your life?" And I was like, "Oh, I'd love to be a brand ambassador." He's like, "We've got a job opening." My phone was on 5% battery, hey? I sent my CV so aggressively through, like so quickly. It was crazy. And I ended up getting the job at Campari as the brand ambassador for that job. But like even in my interview process, like I was so confident, like Delulu, hey? Delulu, alright? This was what, 8 years ago? 10 years ago? 8 years ago?
Yeah.
8 years ago.
Yeah,
it was 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, I was so delusional, okay, that I was going to get this job, that I had resigned from my wine job. I was like the floor manager, one of the floor managers for the wine tasting room. Resigned from that job.
Before you got the job offer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Not full on.
Yeah.
Not full on.
That is
Full blown Delulu. Okay? To the point where I went home after I think my last interview with Campari, and I was in tears on the phone because I phoned my mum, and because now I'm going back to my job, right? I've already given my month's notice. I'm now at the 2-week mark, and in my interview they said, "Oh, when can you start?" So I was like, 2 weeks from today, because now in my mind I'm like, well, 2 weeks are already done. Got another 2 weeks left.
Yes.
They're like, "What do you mean?" So I was like, "No, I resigned my job because I was like in the interview. I said to them, when you know, you know."
Yeah, that is Delulu. That is
So delusional.
Wow.
But I got it.
Okay, okay. Did you get it? Did you get it by the hair on your chinny chin chin?
Oh, mate, I don't know.
Or was it like a clear sweep?
I don't know.
Did that confident work in your favor?
I
was
don't
it
know.
like
I never asked. You don't ask any questions. You ask no questions, you get no lies. That's how I've lived my life. But yeah, that's how I got the job. I worked at Campari for 4 years. Yeah, that broke the mold into me getting into the corporate world, into brand ambassador world, something that I'd been working towards. But like earlier I said, full circle moments, right?
Yeah.
So one of the first cocktails I ever learned how to make was an old fashioned from a wild turkey that Travis made me make. And what is one of the brands on Campari's portfolio?
Wild turkey.
Wild turkey. Yeah. And then even during that, like before, when I was a bartender and I used to do events on the side, I also used to do Patron bar in Bree Street, right? Very, very cool.
The pop-up one that happens outside of Iron Steak.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
At one point, I think there was like 7 of them. So I went from being a bartender to being, they like kind of like made me run around and
The
make
bar
sure
manager.
that all of the bars were like sorted, right? Which is pretty cool. And like full circle moment, like what brand do I move to after Campari? It was Bacardi. But it was just super cool. And then when I was at Bacardi, like Cameron Hawkins, who's such a little legend as well, he's also somebody that you should definitely talk to because he's really, really cool. A little crazy, but in the best way possible. But in the best way possible. I actually need to phone him back. He phoned me earlier, but anyway. He'll understand. But Cameron Hawkins, he was a brand ambassador in Cape Town with me when I was at Campari, and I remember we used to do this thing called Fragile Fridays, because it was the day after First Thursdays, as brand ambassadors. Okay, we all used to have breakfast at the Radisson at the bottom.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one at the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah. So we used to have breakfast there.
The one we stayed at when you guys brought us down for Sky with Neil.
I think so.
Yeah, it's not the red, it's the blue one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
blue.
It was the Radisson with the Ghibli bar.
Yes, and it's close to Barkeeper.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's
that
the
one. So we used to have breakfast there. So Dean, who was the F&B manager of the place at the time, he used to like book time in our diary so that we could all just go sit there and like rock. So number one, we were either absolutely exhausted because we'd been out waiting for bars to be collected and picked up, and by the time everything gets broken down for First Thursday, it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning sometimes, or like we just stayed out having beers and laughing too much with each other, and then we were just like sad little people like on a Friday, right? And Cameron was part of the crew that used to come to this, and he put a box of martini in front of me one day, and then I said to him, I was like, "Get this away from me," and then he was like, "No," he's like, "One day you're gonna work," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I was like, "She's not loyal to a fault, hey? Like I would have stayed wherever forever, you know what I mean?" But yeah, Cameron then eventually offered me a job. I said, "Cam, I can't." I was like, "I'm getting a little too old now, and I can't be like on like these crazy schedules." He's like, "Rox," he's like, "What is your dream?" So I was like, "Whiskey ambassador." He's like, "I promise you 2 years from now, whiskey roll." So I was like, "No." I was like, "I want this in writing." He put it in writing, eh? He did. He put it in writing. And true as Bob, 18 months into the job from working at Bacardi, I ended up being moved to Malaysia as a whiskey ambassador for Southeast Asia.
Sick.
And now I'm back working for the wine farm that I worked at before all of this started. So full circle moments, always.
That is, I just see a lot of really great relationship management there, Roxanne.
Networking. The simple art of networking.
Yeah. No, it was really, really cool. Like, I've had a lot of fun.
How was the difference in cultural settling when you went to Malaysia?
Malaysia was quite hard in the beginning. Like, I had a really, really tough time in Malaysia, and I don't know if it was because I was on my own and because it's like culturally it's such a like culture shock,
Completely
right?
different, yeah.
Big time. I mean, it's not a very I mean, it's a lot more like welcoming than what I thought it would be, considering it is an Asian country. I mean, English does get spoken quite widely there, which is quite cool. But in saying that, I think that because I mean, I've never really been the biggest drinker in the world. Like, I have had days where I've gone full leather, like, you know,
Once in a blue moon.
full throttle.
I think
yeah.
I think I've literally seen it once in my
No, there's
life.
been times.
Rox.
There's been times. We don't talk about it. We've blocked it from the memory. But yeah, so like I went over, not a big drinker, whereas culturally drinking is a big
Social
core
aspect,
function.
yeah.
Specifically of Malaysia though, hey? And because that was where I was based, I think I had like the hardest time because my colleagues were all local. I wasn't really enjoying the food because they like I don't have a sweet tooth whatsoever, and there's a lot of sugar in everything. Like a lot of sugar in everything. So I had a pretty tough time, and I hate the heat. Like, I hate summer. I mean, you guys have seen me in summer.
Hate's a strong word.
Oh, yes, it's,
There
it's a strong feeling. It's a strong
There's some
feeling.
good things that come out of summer.
Like what?
Ice cream.
Longer
Hey,
days.
I had ice cream the other day for dinner in the middle of winter.
I know you, but it's more enjoyable in summer, is it not?
No.
No, because it
No.
melts faster.
Okay.
Ice cream honestly tastes better in winter.
On a hot summer's day, something
Honestly,
cold.
on a cold, rainy day, ice cream.
Fact.
Okay.
I promise you.
This
Try
is-
it.
I love ice cream as well, so this is why I prefer it on a hot day.
Cold day.
No.
Cold, rainy day, I promise you. Yeah.
We can agree to disagree. Everybody's got different.
No, I'm saying try
preferences.
it. Give it.
You don't know until you try it, mate.
Yeah.
I have tried it
It's
on
like-
a cold day.
it's like
guys.
do you not
You don't
remember the
understand how
vanilla
much I
ice
like
cream?
ice cream.
Do you not remember the vanilla ice cream thing with the olive oil and a little bit of salt?
Mm-mm.
Trend that went around for a while. I knocked it until I tried it, and I was like, "Oh, that seems to work."
I would try that, but I've never had.
Do it in winter.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you've got to.
Really spice it up a little. Like, really spice it up a little. Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
will.
was good.
I will. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Malaysia.
Malaysia, yeah, it was really cool. So like the countries that I was part of was Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and I feel like I've forgotten someone. I always forget one. Wait, let's do this again. Malaysia and Singapore. Then there's Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand.
Thailand.
See what I mean?
Indonesia?
Did I say Indonesia?
No.
I think she's.
You get the gist.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thailand was the one you forgot in the beginning.
In the beginning,
Yes,
and then in the
yes.
second round, then I forgot someone.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know how that keeps happening. I used to have to write it down.
There was a lot to manage. That's the
No,
one.
no. So it was really cool. Like culturally, it was really cool. I didn't get to go to Singapore as much as what I would have liked to. They weren't really a big whiskey focus department. They were predominantly white spirits, and same with Indonesia. So I didn't really get to go to them that often. But I got to travel to the others, fell in love with all of the places as well, you know. I think last year alone I did something like 38 flights.
Oh.
Yeah, I did go to Japan. That was amazing. That was very, very cool.
MG's also been to Japan and he
It's
loves it all
it's
the time.
honestly it's such a
Yeah.
shock.
That is my
But
dream
it's
trip.
so amazing.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
literally my dream trip. I
No,
hate
it's
both of
incredible.
you.
and like even the bartending and the skill set behind everything, like it's just so precise.
So
And
meticulous.
everybody, and people there are also so precise. Like, when you're walking down a street, normally, and someone will just walk straight into you.
Yeah. No.
It doesn't happen.
There, it's like you walk the side of the street that you're supposed to walk on. Do not deviate from the damn plan. Do not deviate from the damn plan. Because it doesn't make sense. But it's cool. It's actually, like, the fact that things just work there are so flippin' great.
Yeah.
Everything's
It just works.
it's autonomous. There's like machines everywhere that
I think it's also just the
Yeah.
culture that they are. It's like
everybody looks after everything.
Everything,
Yes. But
Everyone's
that's
so proud of their country, and I think that's what it is. It's like people are so proud of their country, and like I believe that a lot of other places in the world could really do that. Like they could really use that skill set.
I think it's a two-part thing. It's pride in themselves and
Yeah.
in their country, and
Yeah.
it's ingrained into them from when they're like 3 years old at preschool. There's no cleaners or janitors at the schools.
no,
It's,
they do it.
here we
Yeah.
go. Here's a
Yeah.
little broom and a little mop. Clean
Yeah.
up after yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, at one point I was like, I kept having like rubbish in my hands.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
you
because
go,
there's no beds.
and I was like, what is this about? It's so weird. How do they keep this place so damn clean?
So
It's because of the bombing.
yes,
Yes.
and I also realized it's a Western thing to walk and eat. From then, they like literally you stand outside the convenience store where you bought the thing. You
Yeah.
consume it there because there's usually a bin there,
Right next to it. Okay.
Yeah.
and then you throw it away, or you keep it, or you have a bag, like a rubbish bag that you carry with you. So
Yeah.
if you are
Carrying something that needs to get thrown away, you
Right.
put it
Yes,
in the
but,
rubbish bag.
Considering my little handbag is literally this big.
There's only so much trash you can fit in there.
yeah,
How?
yeah, no,
You got your hotel keys, you got your earphones, you got like your money. It was just an absolute diabolical disaster. So eventually I started carrying a little bag around with me because I was like, because I used to love going to the parks. Because I extended my trip. So it was a work trip that I went. And then I extended my trip. And it was so cool. And I went and I sat in the park and you'd have a little picnic. And it was just like you listen to the little birds. And it's like, oh, so nice. But it was cold. It was so nice and cold and crisp.
Did you go there during cherry blossom season?
No, I went at the height of winter, like in January.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I came here for a holiday, and then he said a school holiday. I was like, what? Makes no sense, that. So I came home for the holiday because in Malaysia nothing happens in December because it's all obviously like everything closes down. People go home to their regions.
okay.
Yeah, they leave the cities and stuff, and then you go into like Chinese New Year and then into Ramadan. So like there's nothing going on for like from like Christmas on until like the end of March
Okay.
usually. So then that's when I got a lot of my traveling done for work as well. So I came home, but also because I had stuff here made for the trip, so I had to go back with a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Which was pretty cool. And then I literally went home and I just went like this with my bag. I was like, and then like less than 24 hours, like home, back on a plane. Yeah, because
In and out, quick.
Wow.
yeah. When I came back, it was such a mess to clean that. It was so great, so great. Yeah, no, but it was really cool. And yeah, I just I think I could have probably gotten away with a lot more like dresses because it was like it might have been 6 degrees, but it was great. Yeah, I took way too many jackets with me. Yeah.
And were there any other cool places that you visited? Was Korea on this list?
No, I missed the Korea trip.
Okay.
Yeah, I came home to spend time with you nerds. I came home, so the Doers Discovery Challenge is something that I kind of like spearheaded on that side of the world, and it was so cool. It was like the coolest project I've worked on. Yeah, we had 3 countries initially signed up for it, and then we moved it off to like another one. So we added Vietnam to the list.
Sick.
I loved Vietnam. I think out of all the places that I traveled to, Vietnam was definitely high on the list of places I loved. I had very few colleagues there, which was quite sad.
Is there a reason why? Because I have a couple of friends in Vietnam and they say there is a certain aspect of the culture that makes it feel kind of South African and inclusive in a way for South Africans. Was that something that you noticed? Or?
Oh no, I just think it's because I'm like so ruled by like water,
Okay.
and like there's water everywhere. There's like water everywhere. You go for like a 5-minute walk and you come across like a little pond with a little river, like with a little garden. Yeah, and then you go for a further walk down another street, and then there's like another little park with a little pond or a river or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's like bridges everywhere, and I think part of that, but also people there are super lovely, and the food was also very nice. It was very light, super refreshing. Because I'm not ruled by food like other people are, right? I don't think about food the way other people do. I think the second time I went to Vietnam, I was there, I think for like 2 weeks and I was just surviving on coffee and an occasional pastry. Yeah. I was just like, this is the life.
This is all I need, yeah.
Love this for me. I had to detox from coffee when I came home now because I was drinking like 6 coffees a day.
Yeah, no, that's...
And Vietnam coffee's strong, hey?
Mm-hmm.
It's like one coffee is like 20 coffees. Yeah.
They even have those super concentrated Red Bulls just in case the coffee's not enough for you and you
That's
want...
the original Red Bull.
Yeah.
In Thailand, they serve you concentrate.
Yeah, it's the original Red Bull. That's
Oh,
so cool.
no.
No, it was really cool.
You can hear your heart.
It's when you can taste sound.
Yeah, no. I think I took like half one when I was in Thailand one time, and I was like, I thought I was gonna die. I honestly thought my heart was gonna explode and I was gonna die, and I was just like, I'm never drinking this again, ever again.
Oh, it's brilliant.
No.
No, Vietnam's beautiful. People are so lovely as well. And I mean, even if they don't understand you, like they'll just whip out their phone and Google Translate, and then they will type what they want you to know.
Everybody tries to make you feel like you're part of the community there.
Yeah. And I think that was the thing that I didn't enjoy about Malaysia. Is like because I like to talk to people randomly in the shops. It's just who I am. It's the way I was raised. It was the way I was raised. You see someone looking nice, you say, "Oh, you look so beautiful today." I don't want your dress. Like, don't panic. I'm just telling you look nice, you know? Or like, oh, you got a sweet dog. Pull the dog away from me as if I want to eat it. It's not what I want. Just want to say your doggo was cute.
Sometimes you get misconstrued. It happens.
Yeah, I think it's also because my eyebrows are always super raised with excitement. Like, yeah. I think that's what it is. It's like, oh my god, that's so exciting. And then people are like, what is this crazy delusional girl saying to me? Like, what does she want?
No, Rox, I resonate with that quite a lot. It's the friendliness. Not everybody's as friendly as we are, but...
It's a South African thing.
Yeah. You come off...
It's a South African thing, right? And so, like, and I spoke to, so one of my colleagues, his name was Jeremy Briscoe, and he lived in Thailand for a long time. And I phoned him and I was like, Jeremy, I'm having a really hard time integrating into the world here. I was like, what do I do? He goes, girl, Malaysia's not for South Africans. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, no, it's not for South Africans. He's like, we're too friendly, we're too like outgoing, we're too outspoken. He's like, it's a really hard market for someone like us to move to. He says, and because you're on your own and you don't have someone to like bounce things off of,
you're going to be constantly looking for that social interaction that you're used to and accustomed to.
Yeah, you're like extra loud and extra weird when you go outside because suddenly now you're like, oh my god, people are going to talk to me. And like the only friends I made was a guy from Sweden, alright, his name was Matthias, like best human being in the entire world. He saved me from that place and he saved me from myself, like more often than not. Love him. And then Nikhil, who was really cool, he was half Indian, half Canadian. Very cool guy. He was a colorist on like movies and ads and stuff like that. So like what an interesting like job number one. But like as a human, also like the sweetest person in the world. Like I know that I could have phoned him at like 4:00 in the morning. He'd probably still be out like having a good time in life. But he would answer the phone, you know. And then he had another best friend. His name was Sam, and he was from Djibouti. And like the two of us were just ridiculous together because all of a sudden it was like, Africa. And it was just so ridiculous, like to just the two of us together because, it was just, we just became like absolute hooligans. Like, whenever we used to hang out and talk to each other. And then, they tried to buy South African wine there recently and they were like, oh, we're supporting you. So I was like, oh, from my bed. So it was really, really cool. So those were the 3 humans that saved me from myself out that side. And then my brand manager also, who lived in Vietnam though. He was so cool.
But I mean, it's those tough times in a person's life that you really find the true anchors and people that really are going to hold you down.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you weren't going through that experience, who's to say that you would have actually met them and had that interaction and social connection with them?
Yeah, listen, I ugly cried when I had to leave because I had to say goodbye to those humans. Like it was awful. Like it was actually awful. I think that's how I got away with bringing back so many suitcases. I was like, ugly at the airport.
The
like,
puffy eyes just made the bit.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
she's having a tough time. Let her go.
yeah, the lady who was shaking me and she was so sweet. And I was like, this is the nicest interaction I've had in a long time. It was so bad,
She was probably like, oh.
Yeah. Let's be delicate with this girl. Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah, but I mean, I had a few colleagues that were really amazing in Malaysia. Like, yeah, one of the girls, she left us for something else because she was kind of like over late night working and stuff. Well, fair play, really. And then my eventing team as well. Like, Wendy, I taught her some really choice Afrikaans words. I taught her that, that the typical yo masa. Because she used to, like, whenever I did something and she was like, what are you saying to yourself? So I was like, Wendy, I can't teach you such bad words. And then eventually I did teach her, and then she used to phone me and she's like, you will not believe what these masa have done now. So I was like, Wendy, give me the tea. I'm ready. Yeah, she was like my anchor at events. If I didn't want to like drink or anything, I'd just go and hang out with Wendy, like behind the bar, like hey. Yeah, she was cool. Yeah.
Sick.
But yeah, it was an odd time. I learnt a lot.
It sounds like it was a very growing experience. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, before I came back, I think I was gonna go and study to be a yoga instructor, and then just like disappear into the hills of Vietnam. That's how much I love that place, to be brutally honest with you. And then I got the job offer for where I'm at now.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, it's fine. I'll just go home. I'll go hang out with those people again.
I have a friend that's just recently done that in Sri Lanka. So if you have a change of heart and you want to, then I can connect you. Okay?
But now it's nice, man. Like, I don't have such a crazy busy schedule. Like, being a brand ambassador, it's a lot, eh? I mean, I know we make it look really glamorous and stuff, and it's really cool. And I think that every bartender out there should strive to at least do it at least once in their life, because it's a really cool learning experience.
But no one really realizes the kind of intricacies and effort that it takes behind the scenes.
Yeah, like all that admin that we have to do in order to make sure that the event goes off really well, and then like how to get you stock and, like how to plan stuff and, cocktail competitions and brands and stuff like that. Like all the things that we work behind the scenes looking out for, and like how to develop a better system for you guys. Like there's a lot of hard work that goes on behind that, and we've always got to filter up globally. We've always got to filter this crap up to the global team, which is great because obviously then they give us stuff to better to do
feedback and improvements,
and then we change slightly to adapt to the market and stuff. So when you see a really well executed event, it's taken 6 months of a brand ambassador working 8 to 5 to put that together.
It's not 5 days of
planning. And then they still have to go out and show face at bars and stuff like that are only open from 4 o'clock in the afternoon
until 2 o'clock in the morning.
And putting on those events. It's a really cool thing. Like, I would never give up that time at all. Ever. It was cool. Loved it. Every minute. I'm going to get emotional. No, it's fine. I brought it back. I saved myself. Yeah, but it was amazing. Yeah, I loved it. Every single minute of it. I mean, I didn't realize that I had a brother out there. His name is Carl Williamson. We look exactly alike, which is really weird and creepy. I met one of my best friends who I now call my twin because we share a birthday, and his name is Colisa. He works at Diageo. Best human being in the entire world. Like, we have a birthday tradition. We have coffee and we have cocktails. Like, he does a dry July one more time. I swear to God, I'm going to kill him. But yeah, now he's on this running thing, and I think because I was running in Malaysia, and now he runs too fast. Now I can't join him.
He does like 25Ks in the morning.
Yeah,
he does half marathons for breakfast.
So we live in the same complex, right?
Yes,
so we live in the same complex, okay? How's this? I'm just going to give you a little tea about the Diageo brand ambassador. So Saturday morning, I want to quickly do a quick run. So now I'm driving down to a starting point because I don't run from my complex. So I was like, what kind of an animal am I? No. Because I would get bored before I got to the cool parts. Because running's no joke, okay?
No.
So then I see Colisa. So now I'm like running. Like, I park my car aggressively. Like, I think I like two parking bay kind of parkings. Okay, now I'm sprinting uphill to try and catch him. It was a big distance between where I was trying to catch him to where I saw him.
Yeah.
Okay, he'd come past, there I am, like sprinting, like for my life. Heart rate's at 195, going, like trying to catch him. And then there he goes, casually. Bye. He's running at 5:45. What an asshole. Love him though. I sent him a voice note, like with my out of breath. I was like, I was trying to catch you. Okay, but good luck on your run. He only gets it like an hour later because he's doing an hour-long run. Cool. Thanks, Prue. Love you. Can we go for a run together? Yeah, no. We can do it on a slow day because he knows. He runs like this. I run like. Yeah, no, I can't keep up with him at all.
But he's done very well with it. I think he's
I
I know.
He did a high rocks.
Yes, and you were there to support him.
I was.
His film crew.
Yeah. Myself and my friend Kerry were there. And then she's like yelling the rules at him because I don't know the rules.
Wow.
And then like his other friends were like running around trying to catch other angles of him as well. And like there was a whole group of us at one point. And I think when you're in it, you don't even hear it. But I want to join a high rocks with him.
Oh yeah, friend group of my friend group is they all doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, I think this is just the new trend. It was paddle, now it's high rocks.
I mean, we should do like a bartender thing, I think. I think that would be pretty kiff. Like get some
Bartender high
bartenders.
rocks.
Yeah, like a bartender version of a high rocks.
I know a few people that would be keen for that.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you remember my fitness days at Bacardi, like Bacardi B-Wells?
Yes.
Yeah, that was brilliant fun. There were some near-death experiences for a lot of people.
I think there was a lot more traction with it in Cape Town than there was in PE, to be honest with you.
Did we do one in PE?
You would send messages on the group and encourage guys to go for a little run or a walk or...
Oh no!
Yes.
Like in Cape Town, like I actually invited people to do like workout classes, and that was a little insane actually.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a little insane.
How many people actually joined?
20.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was our maximum.
That's dedication.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. It was incredible. There was some near deaths, full on.
How?
I don't know.
Bartenders crave health, but we don't really get much opportunity for it. So, to be honest, it's something that you have to force.
And then when you moved down, we did a couple hikes. That was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Gathered some of the troops, took them for hikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great initiative of kind of community and also health.
Yeah. I think you guys should start a 2 a.m. run club actually for the after work special. You know, the after bartending special.
Do you want us to run after a 12-hour shift?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I did. Once a week. Once every 2 weeks. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, listen,
I'll try
someone's
it.
got to do it, right?
I know there's going to be a lot of resistance, that's all.
No, I think generally if you just do it, and but like if anyone wants to join,
they join. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but I mean you can't do it in small groups, eh? It's not crazy.
Because
you have to be consistent. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but if you're doing it
There
in
is
town,
also
there's enough.
There is also
CCID.
like a little safety element about that as well. So yeah.
Yeah, but also I think if you do it in town.
Have you ever seen the CCID try to stop an assailant?
They could also do with a run, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've seen them. We've seen them run after people.
They are great for visual protection and but getting involved, not the greatest, to be honest. They're not special forces, let's be honest with ourselves.
Of course they
Do you know how you get special forces though? You ask Alex from House of Machines to arrange some special forces. Those people, like Alex from House of Machines, like I don't think I've ever had an issue ever in Bree Street. The one day he walked me to my car and he like went like this at a couple of the bouncers that go down the road. And ever since then, he never had to walk me to my car ever again. But the other guys used to be like, Rox, you doing well? Yeah, I'm fine. Scared.
Or you phone PPA. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Every now and again, you see them on the road, just like parked somewhere. And I'm just like, what's doing here? Who are you protecting?
I've had an incident where they've had to get involved before, and the things I saw there were hectic. Anyway, let's not go down that road.
No.
This is not to talk about how to secure the country. Helen when Zilla's already doing her wildness up in the Joe Breezy, like let her do it. That's her project.
Wow.
We're just bartenders. We like to talk about food and beverage.
And all the
Thank
happy
you for
things.
coming to our
Yes.
podcast. And all the cool things. Yeah.
Rox, it has been an absolute pleasure having you. I do think.
Is that a time up?
I think we need to wrap it
Yes,
up. soon.
I've waffled enough.
Is it time? You can go on. Okay. No. Oh wait.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
No, next time.
It's
yeah,
quarter
okay.
2 now. That's why.
Yeah.
Yes, Rox. I think we learned a lot. I think I learned a lot about your journey. I feel.
It's been a wild time, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I spoke too much. I spoke
I
so
Didn't
much.
speak too much.
You just
Yeah.
you spoke enough. You spoke enough. You've learned a lot
Yeah.
about the journey and
You as a human being. Yes.
Yeah.
And how the culture and the community's kind of progressed over the years as well.
Yeah, I mean, jeepers. When I did competitions, I think there was only like 5 girls competing at the time. Like my first world class competition, they had it at the Gentlemen's Club, and they had to get special permission just so that I could be there. Yeah, I mean, I know Caitlin Hill was not Caitlin Hill. Chantal Horn. She was one of our judges. So like, she was obviously like she had special permission as well. But yeah. It was like, I mean, obviously I don't think it was actually really that serious. I mean, people were just like, oh, so plumbers. But it was cool. It was very cool. I don't even remember competing. I was laughing so hard.
Roxanne is also the reason why I've had some of the best competition advice I've ever had in my life. Drink water before you go up and present, enough to make you want to pee. While you're up there, hold your pee in so that you're not focused on your presentation and you're just focused on holding your pee in. It makes it feel more organic and natural, mate.
Yeah, but then
Swear
you're
to God,
like,
dude, it did wonders for my anxiety and staging a stage like.
Because you also don't shake then either,
Yeah.
because you're just so focused on like not wetting yourself. And then also like someone also once said to me, you got to squeeze your jigger so you don't shake, because it creates tension in your hand that your body's like, oh, got to concentrate. Yeah, and then you're like all of a sudden you stop shaking and you're like, oh, that makes sense. I did world class, and I don't even remember it. I don't remember any of it. I think the one round I had to make a Bloody Mary. I don't drink tomato juice, and you had to make the tomato juice. The judges even asked me, they're like, have you ever tasted this cocktail? So I was like, no. They're like, how do you know it tastes nice? And I was like, oh, just me, I guessed it.
Is that the Travis one then?
No, this was long before. This was the year that I competed. So the first one was layers of flavor. Yeah. The second round was the second one was a Bloody Mary challenge that you had to make. You had to make every element yourself. Ruined my mother's kitchen. Ruined it. Ruined it. And then there was a third round, but I can't remember the third round because I don't think I made it to the third round. Or I did make it to the third round and just can't remember. Yeah, because I was laughing so much. Oh, it was a speed challenge. Yeah.
So you did make it through.
I did. That was at the Rudabloom Studios. I think one of those photographs is somewhere out on social media where I'm like got my hands up in the air and I was like, am I done? Am I done? Yeah, and that was a cool round because they placed an order. So there were 10 drinks that you had to remember, and then they had to place an order of 5 drinks with the beer and gin and tonic or a vodka soda or whiskey and whatever, and then you have to tell them the price at the end of your shift, end of your round.
In order to stop the clock.
Yeah.
That's GIF. That is GIF.
yeah, that's old school bartending.
Yeah, no, that's proper bartending as well in the competition format.
Yeah. And then the next year they turned it all digital, I think, which was cool because you could obviously open it up to a wider scope, but I missed that in-person nonsense. Yeah. Also almost killed Chantal as well because she's allergic to nuts. And one of my cocktails had like nuts on the rim, and I was like, I only knew about it because this was my first cocktail competition. I only knew about it much later, like in the midst of like prepping.
Did she go to?
No. But like I could have.
She asked before she said.
No, someone told me. They were like, Chantal's allergic to nuts, and I was like, huh? I was like, oh, thank God I didn't rim both of the glasses. And I'd never ever made a flavoured foam in my entire life, and AJ Schnittler had to teach me how to do this in the bar section. Yeah, him and Lendl Julian, actually, they were both there. That was pretty cool. They were from the PE. They were the PE contingency.
Those are my boys, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool. I learned a lot, but I think the biggest thing that I can ever take away from this is just, like, just remember that you're just a regular human being behind a bar.
Mm.
Whether you're a brand ambassador, salesperson, whatever. Just a regular person behind the bar.
Okay.
And you just so happen to be on the other side for a chance. For a time as well. Because you don't know what life's going to throw at you. I mean, I was going to become a bartender or a waiter again when I came back because I didn't know if I had a job. But I wanted to come back. So yeah.
I think we should leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's a great nugget of wisdom.
I think the next nugget of wisdom is that this is the biggest family that you could ever possibly be part of. You have brothers and sisters around the world because of us.
The community aspect is the
Yeah.
most important. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the coolest thing I've ever done. Yeah. Wouldn't change it for the world. I could have been a forensic psychologist.
Yeah.
But then you would have been depressed.
Yeah. Probably would have murdered people.
Wow.
Probably would have become the female Dexter.
How's that for irony?
But yeah, great job, great industry. There's so many different avenues as well to go into. People think that, you know, like the natural progression is to go from being a bartender to like a bar owner or like to being a brand ambassador, but they forget that there's marketing out there, there's logistics,
Education, there's
yeah,
eventing,
there's everything. I honestly believe that the best people come out of the hospitality industry.
That is fair.
Full on.
It's most definitely the insight you get behind the scenes. Like being
Yeah.
active and involved in floor and service, you get insight into the market, the consumer, the workings and logistics
Yeah.
of the actual place as well, and you use all of that information to help you.
Yeah. You navigate on your feet constantly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, boys, thanks, eh?
Pleasure.
Thanks for
Pleasure.
coming. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We do.
That's been cool. I've loved it.